Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the next step up spawn that just came out. This one's a bit weird because this one's only left for this one's only going to be here for about 2 days. This one's not going to be here for 2 days, but these are near the exact same thing. So if you're wondering how these are going to work, this one's actually going to be a lot less gems. That's the cool thing. This one's going to be about 65 gems. This one's only going to be about 65 gems. The other one was 150 gems, and I was not a big fan of that whatsoever, and I just didn't care for it. I really just didn't care for it. It was too expensive. The price on this one is a lot lower than the other one, so right there, that's already a good thing. So let's actually get into this one and everything surrounding it, and let's actually get to this. Okay, first step. Droplets of ether, 3 of them, awakening ore pieces, 3 of them for the second step, and then they're going to give you 1 select gear piece for the first and second one. So I'm not sure what they actually got cooking. Let's actually see what they got cooking for this reward pool. Okay, so with the rewards that you're actually getting, it looks like could be any of the monsters. These old stellar god stuff looks like the 11th zodiac stuff, not the 12th, but the 11th zodiac stuff, the Kara sign. Stuff that really, most of the stuff that it looks like you might be, never mind, there's a few things that you might be getting that are like 37, 36 cost, but for the most part, they're all going to be lower cost, 34, 33, somewhere around there, it looks like, that you will be getting from the gear piece guaranteed. So, that's that right there, and then they got the monster spawn right here. So with the monster spawn is going to go as low as 33 cost. You want to be cautious, because for the whole history I've ever played Unison League, when it comes to step up spawns, for the most part, it's very, very, very simple on the rates. The lower the cost, the higher the rates of whatever you're going to be getting is going to be. So that's how it's been for a while, and I'm not talking about like a couple months. I'm talking about maybe a year plus, because I've only been playing this game for about half a year. But yeah, that's how it's been for a long while. Don't be fooled just because it shows like, which I don't really like, this false advertising, shows like 2 cool top the line, highest cost, good ability monsters right there, and then the featured part, like when you're actually looking, right, they show monsters right here like Choppin', Big Queen Ava, Soul right there. Ironically, those are probably the ones you're gonna have the hardest time with. So I don't like how they do that, because it's just really false. Like, if the ones that have the highest rate should be the ones shown. But yeah, that's 18 for you. Anyways, moving on from there. Yeah, you got 233s right here. You got 334s, and then you got around 335s, and then you got 36s right here. And then you got some 37s. So keep in mind, those 33s and 34s are probably going to be popping out the most. Yes, it's possible to get 37s, 35s, and 34s. You will probably have a bit of a hard time getting a 37. I'd say there's about a 10% chance, if I'm actually correct, statistically wise, when it comes to step-up spawns, right? When you get to this last step right here, the last step, the 30 spawn right here, I say there's about a 10% chance for you to get a 37 cost monster, let alone it being actually going to be of your stats. So just keep that in mind when you're actually doing this, that it's not as sweet as it actually looks. It's quite the opposite. Very likely, more likely to get 33s and 34s popping out of here than really anything else. That's how step up spawns have been. No different type of orientation compared to the previous step up spawn I got right here, except it's going to be nearly half as much gems. That right there is the cool thing, but that's pretty much all I really got for this one versus the other one that I really like, is the fact that it's going to be nearly half as much gems. So that's all I gotta say about the step up spawn and everything surrounding it. If you are new to this game, I would say this is definitely going to be worth it. I mean, sure, the monsters might not be like the top tier cost, but you're getting one of these monsters guaranteed at the very end. And these monsters, pretty much all these monsters have useful abilities for player versus enemy. So when you're doing like your regular missions, or you're doing like events and stuff like that, having some of these monsters that are in the step up spawn are pretty good to have. And the step up spawn is only going to be 60 gems, so if you're starting off, for sure, it's only 65 gems. It's not a bad deal whatsoever. You might be getting stuff from the second and first step up spawn as well, and if you're new, you might have lucky rates enough to get 37s or 36s popping out of the step up spawn. So for sure, if you're new, it's not something I personally wouldn't recommend. You could do it. You could skip it if you want. Not all too worrisome. It's not going to be like the biggest discount in Unison League or something crazy like that. But definitely, this isn't a bad spawn for starters. If you are not starting off, if you're mid, it's really iffy. Like if you're mid game, really iffy spawn to do. And if you're end game, I personally just don't really recommend this whatsoever. This spawn's very deceiving, especially if you're endgame, because most of the stuff you will be getting is repetitive. You already have thousands of it, and it's not going to help you much at all. Of course, like said, there is that chance that you will be getting something good, but you're probably going to have to spend hundreds and hundreds of gems before you start getting to that point, really, with the step-up spawn, and that's probably as much as you're, maybe even more than a treasure spawn before you even get to that point. So, that's all for this video. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.